Hi again, everybody. My name is Greg Anderson, and this is the Good Timekeeping Show with Greg Anderson. And today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this diver's style watch from Casio. It's solar powered. I just got it a few days ago, but already it looks significantly different from the way it looked when I first took it out of the box. All right, so I decided to customize this watch just a little bit, nothing too extreme, just to remove the original resin watch band and replaced it with the metal one. So this is not very difficult with this. Make it very easy to reach these spring bars, and if you have a spring bar tool like this, all you do is go in there with that little V shape there, and you compress the spring bar, and then it comes right out. So you see the spring bar that's in there. It's a pretty simple mechanism there. It has a little spring action on each side of it, so it goes in like that. The other side does the same. So what you do is you put that through the end of the watch band, and then you line that up with some indentations right here on either side of the watch where the watch band goes in. So if those are lined up, squeeze it into place, and that's going to hold your watch band in place. So let me pull the other one out right now. And if you don't have a spring bar tool, I guess you could try one of these small screwdrivers. They work okay. But the spring bar with that little V-shaped notch just really makes it so much easier. If you think you're going to do this very much, it doesn't cost very much to get a spring bar tool like this. And next thing you know, there, and that's come loose like that. So here's my watch that, again, is not available stock with a metal watch band, but I cross-referenced and notice that this band here, and it's got a marking on this end of it, it matches the markings on the Duro watch band that comes with it standard. So I thought, well, if this fits both the Duro and this watch, then I guess if I went out and bought a watch band made for the Duro, I should be able to stick that on there. Now this watch band comes with two end pieces here, so that those line up here and make that kind of a nice fit right there. Otherwise, if you just put it this way, it might look a little awkward, but that gives it a little bit of versatility for different kinds of watches. It also comes with a couple of spring bars to go with it. So let's see how complicated this is to put together. First of all, I want to make sure that the clasp is going in the direction that we normally expect. So as I hold the watch up right side up there, then the word Casio should be right side up there. And if those line up, then I should be okay to attach this. So it's a little bit tricky. What I'm going to need to do here is line this end piece up here, and then push the spring bar all the way through. Okay, where is that? Just has to make sure it's properly aligned. Okay, and it goes all the way through. Now it's just a little tricky to line all of this up. Again, if you only have two hands like I do, and if you're trying to do this so that the camera can see it really well, it could be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to try and line this up and then use my spring bar tool to compress the spring bar and get it into the proper location on either side here. So let's see what I could do here. Okay, I had to do a little bit off camera just because it was awkward, but I pretty much have that down in the right place down here. Now I just need to line it up here, push the spring bar down, compress that so that I can slide it into the proper location on this end, and voila, presto, there you go. That's a pretty good fit there. It looks like it's lined up correctly. And if I just kind of wiggle this back and forth and it seems to be holding, I think I got it. Now on this end, it's a little trickier to do, because the clasp gets in the way. But I think I can do this here without having to undo anything else. So I'm going to put this end piece on like this, load the spring bar through here, going all the way to the other side when it's all perfectly aligned. Okay, now comes the tricky part. Again, I don't know if I can do this exactly for the camera, or if I'll have to kind of move it off camera a little bit to assist myself in getting it just right. So I'm going to try to, again, line up the one end of the pin down there, that spring bar, and then push this other one, compress this, get it down into the right place, and just kind of push it into the proper alignment. Okay, oh, just barely made it, and there you go. All right, that looks like it's pretty secure. And then, you know, if I needed to remove some links here, it's tricky on this, but let me show you how that's done. Removing the link on a watch band like this can be very tricky, and basically what you need to do is there's kind of a little oblong hole there next to an arrow pointing outward. So what you need to do is take something that's strong and small enough, and you put it in that indentation there, and you have to pry that upward enough that you can pop out this thing that's called a T-bar that's actually holding the links together. So here's what it looks like if I were able to pop that upward. Then you've got the T-bars here, and then they just kind of pull this way. And on this particular watch band, it was very, very tight in there. So if this comes all the way out, then you can start to undo the links, you know, this way. And so in order to take out one link, you have to actually loosen up the T-bar on two links. And there you go. So you can remove the one and then put the others back together. You know, I struggled with it a lot on this off camera. And so I decided that, oh, there's got to be something better than what I'm doing, using, you know, just kind of the pointed end of a paper clip or a very small jeweler's screwdriver or whatever. Just it was in there, so I had to put so much pressure on. I was bending things that I was trying to use to pry that up. So, and I didn't want to scratch up the, you know, the bracelet itself by, you know, working on that too hard, or, you know, having something pushed in here and then have that slip out, you know, and start scratching things up. Not to mention poke myself, you know, if I've got my fingers around this thing. So I realized there is probably a tool that's better, you know, maybe purpose-built for this job. And I found one, I ordered it, and here in a few days, I'll make a new video that just focuses on how to use the proper tool to do the job of taking out a T-bar and, you know, removing or replacing links on a watch bracelet like this. And now that that's all set, let me put it on my wrist. Just double check and see if I like the way that fits. And there you go. Now I do wear my watch on my right wrist a lot of the time, so that's a pretty good fit for me right there. And not bad. There is just one little place where you can go right in there. Some fine tuning on this fit. You could move this spring bar just one notch closer and make it just a little bit tighter, but I think I like the way it fits right now. And look at the way this looks. This particular bracelet is intended to go with this Duro watch here, but as you can see, it fits the same space down here, so that's why I decided to give it a shot on this one that normally does not come with a metal bracelet. So my solar powered, one of a kind, until you guys copy my idea, huh? It's my one of a kind custom modification with a genuine Casio replacement watch bracelet. So there you go. How about a few more shots of this just to show you what it looks like. Interesting, this bracelet doesn't fold down completely flat when you don't have a wrist in it, and that's okay with me, but you know, you can kind of squeeze it that way or that way. But you know, if you like to have a watch that just goes all the way flat, I guess you're not going to get that with this bracelet here. So again, here's the special modified solar powered watch versus you know, a genuine Casio Duro watch. Neither one of these comes stock with a metal bracelet, but I was able to get the genuine Casio Duro style bracelet to go with each of these, so I was pretty proud of myself. Anyway, I've got some more work to do, and that means you'll see some more videos from me coming up soon. Thanks for watching this one, and I hope you will join me for the next episode of The Good Timekeeping Show.